Wow, go on. Hold that. Splash Gigi check in early. Karen check in early. We go put yourself, you know. Fully multitask, me if you fully multitask. Still no fix me OBS problem right now. So if you pop out the whole computer while me try to fix the OBS problem. That forget done though, because you know I'm going at the new year with that problem. So right now, I have some plans for the new year in terms of how I start off. You know, they have 24 hours to fix things. So that way I do. What's in the news? News time around. Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. What's in the news? What's in the news? What's in the news? Right. Put this system up. Alright. Oh, okay. They're on the live, mommy. Yeah. 300 likes. Big up Splash the Gina. Welcome everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Turn on my box. I'm like, I'll turn on this too. We're up on the live, mom. We're up on the live. Oh, nice. Nice. It's supposed to be good enough. No, a different way of that. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please be patient with me this morning. I have encountered a bit of an issue that I thought was resolved, but not so. Try this. This one. Nothing. No power. Ah, there we go. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well today. Today is what? Today is which day? Today is the 30th, and today is Tuesday? Today is Tuesday? Yeah, today is Tuesday. Big up Sir Ronson. Alright.
Bluetooth mode.
Awesome. So what going in the news now? Oh. Oh my God. Maximum blessed good morning, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, yes, it's Tuesday. Alright.
No water.
Residents have staged a protest over the issue. Alia Bryant has the details. Have testing the lack of water. There is more tension in Rose Heights in St. James as residents have again blocked sections of the main road protesting the lack of water. This is the second time in a week that residents have staged a protest over the issue. Alia Bryant has the details.
Rose Heights now clear.
4 months, no water. No water.
Residents of Rose Heights in St. James
Rose
began
Heights
protesting
now
at
clear.
5 a.m. this morning over the long-standing absence of the essential commodity. They say water only flowed through their pipes the day before the general election on September 3, and they have not had any since. Residents continue.
Mighty God. Eh? Me like how Rose Heights now St. James are going. Don't go and blaze the fire. Or if you come out every day on Blackie Road. Every day. Peacefully. Not Black the Road, sorry. Protest. Peaceful protest every day. Don't come out on Black the Road every day. I'm not encouraging nobody to do anything illegal. But raise your voice in concert to this wicked and caring government. Hey, what's up, Celine? East Portland in our place. When you see how Rose Heights are going to St. James, I bought me back up in another news. Mighty God.
To demand the presence of the Member of Parliament for the constituency, highlighting the financial burden caused by the ongoing shortage.
Pay the water bill. I'm not getting no water. I've been buying water. $8,000 for the 650 and $10,000 for the 800. Man, we're going to use with body, black it road. We're going to use with body, black it road. We want with MP.
Authorities have since made contact with various agencies in an effort to restore order.
Eli Clark, come to the front of the class. Me say you are the MP if you're up there. How are them win election? Well, hey, we don't talk about no representation of people. You think some could live in one place and not no water? I have an MP. And them my ruling party. Listen to me, man. Don't get me wrong, you know. You're a ruling party for 10 years. You know. Some things gotta give. There's no way. There's no way.
As best as possible.
We made contact with members of
people wise up
and management in National Water Commission who have started efforts to get water in their pipe based on what they have reported to us. Members of the NWC said that they will be sending up persons in the area today to check on the situation and the apparatus that feeds this community with water.
Alia Bryant, TV.
So after how much years or how much months, today them come check on the apparatus. Them think they're just cool people. I am calling on the people of Rose Heights. Keep the fire burning. Protest every day if you have to. Do not let this situation in Rose Heights go unheard. Make the protest them get bigger and bigger. It is a crying shame we live in one country where you have a ruling party and so much people now have something as essential as water. And me here say some people have water truck and sell water as MP, allegedly. Then why would they fix the water problem? Why would they? Just ask yourself that question then. If your business is to sell water, and you're the MP, why would you fix the water? It go bad for your business. Just think about that.
A news.
Common sense.
Farmers in Litchfield, northeast Manchester, are calling on the Ministry of Agriculture to restore catchment tanks in the community as they struggle to get back on feet. Farmers say rainfall alone is no longer enough to sustain their operations.
Wow.
The area, known for its strong cattle rearing and coffee growing, continues to face challenges that threaten livelihoods.
But if we get these tanks repairs, then it will enhance the agricultural process inside, and not only agriculture, but to increase the cattle rearing, because this is where the farmers come and get water. Present as I speak, to get water, to water the animals. So I'm calling on the relevant authorities to come in and have dialogue with the farmers. The farmers, they are accommodated. They want to say to our MP or the government, this is what we want, right? We have a job already, We just want to help us with the facilities so we can do better.
Yes, these tanks we have been benefiting from it for years. Even myself, I benefit a lot because we're in the cows and your farm, you need to spray and irrigate and stuff like that. But of late now, the tanks, they have been deteriorating very, very, very bad because these tanks, they are over 100 years. So not holding any water. So we would love to get relevant authority to come and assist us in getting them back up and going.
Whenever we have a drought, which we're going into the dry season now, where we're going to be having drought because that's our dry season now. These tanks are very, very important for us because when we have the drought, this is where everybody comes and gets some water. So we're appealing to the relevant authorities. Please, we need some help. The tanks are here. The only thing they need are some repairs. And if we can get some repairs for these tanks, we'd very, very much appreciate it.
Turmoil, farmers them under some serious attack. Yeah, man. Farmer them under serious attack.
Improvements in literacy and numeracy, character development, and equity.
And them need assistance as well. Let me come off of this because I don't want everything to share. Alright. Oh, here we go. This is a story more as well.
The education I am
TVJ.
Of Police, Dr. Kevin Blake, says 2025 will be remembered as a landmark year with significant reduction in murders.
Yes, and an increase in police unalivings. That is what you need to. That's what you need to just throw in there, along with what is this? No, I cannot access my location for. Nobody I mean, and an increase in police unalivings. That's what them talk about.
Commissioner Blake says 2025 has delivered massive results in the fight against crime, but he maintains that the police will remain patient, informed, and unrelenting in a bid to stamp out criminal elements. In his comprehensive end-of-year review,
and you need to stamp out criminal elements in the government as well. Yeah, we need to see the police them actively involved in stamping out criminal elements in the government. If me not see when I lock up no politician, when nah do not know nah bust no grape. If we just analyze the youth them in the ghetto, all the youth them in the ghetto get gun. Or isn't there when I fight against gangs? Right, gangs. That I want to say when I fight against gangs. A lot of the persons that were head of these gangs, them are police and politicians and people in high places. And them are fund these gangs. Right? The biggest problem in Jamaica is drugs. Drugs coming from overseas. The drugs for gun trade. That is how crime is fueled. So if you really want to fight crime or put a real dent in a crime, you better start lock up some big people, do some real investigation, and stop come out here come talk about this fake narrative and statistics without context. You can't have the police them unalive citizens, record high in the same year as crime going down. Oh, no, I don't know, job, brother. That is not how you fight crime. And you cannot look at us and tell us that, oh, the majority of the persons that were unalived by the police were clean killings. There's a lot of questions around it because now we're in a body cam. And I'm so happy that I came back to this because I was talking about this last night on my live. Late last night. I see come here and rear it ugly head again.
So Blake promised that the 43% reduction in murders and 17% decline in major crimes, the Jamaica Constabulary Force will remain measured but firm as it looks to save additional lives.
Offer the Jamaican public this assurance. The gains we are seeing are sustainable, provided this level of cohesion, support, and partnership continues. Shootings are down by 32% compared to last year, and reported rapes declined by 27%. While we remain acutely aware that even one violent act is one too many, the downward trajectory is undeniably encouraging. So significant is the reduction in violent crimes that even while there have been relatively small increases in two areas, namely robberies and break-ins, there is still significant reduction in overall major crimes.
Up to December 20, the country had officially recorded 649 murders, a historic drop when compared with 1,136 for the same period in 2024. The last time Jamaica recorded a similar figure was in 1994 when 900 and things did. And it's time for a break here at the Midday News, but stay with us. More stories when we come back.
And I'm asking you all to call somebody because it's very important, Jamaica, that I refresh the minds of the thousands watching tonight. And when I refresh your brains, Jamaica, you will see how skullduggeries happen in this country. And you will see how these colonizers, scammers, fraudsters, choppers have gotten away over the years. Who recall when Nigel Clark as finance minister told us that he never received the FFC report on SSL? He said that FFC report was never brought to his attention.
Germs that man.
You remember that, Jamaica?
Germs that.
He said, Jamaica. He said it was never brought to his attention.
Mighty God.
He said it was never brought to his attention. You remember? He said, Jamaica, that it never came to his attention. How it never come to your attention, Nigel? How it never come to your attention, Nigel? How it never come to your attention, Nigel?
Yo.
How it never came to your attention? You who sat as finance minister use that as finance minister. It never came to your attention.
Yo.
Oh, it never come to your
Maidens,
attention.
good morning.
And that is how we got the name Nigel.
Marjorie, what's up, Marjorie? More love and life, man. Blessings, man. Respect. But they are multitask. Oh, and big up yourself. Blessings. Like and share, guys. Like and share. Thank you. Me tell you about Nigel Clark, you know. Tell you about Nigel Clark. I don't believe me. So, okay. So at this JAMAICA I use. So alright. Mike Ox. That's what is being used. Alright. Cool. Let me try something.
That's how he got named Jamaica, Nigel. And we have to push back against the modern day FinSac under Andrew and Nigel.
Yes.
With nothing put in place to protect the investors and promises kept.
Right.
I want to ask you tonight, Jamaica. Nigel was the one who told you and I the FBI was coming. At 3 years now, where is the FBI?
How were them there?
Nigel told us that the Kroll report will be ready. The Kroll report is ready, but the Kroll report never released.
Mighty God.
What was the payment guaranteed to the investors? But I want to give you further history down memory.
Context. Let's get it.
In February 2017,
people want to remember. Given good morning. You see, Nigel Clark, that guy is not an innocent guy. Tell people Nigel Clark is not an innocent guy. Anybody will rub shoulder with Andrew Wallace is no innocent person. Trust and believe that. Can't stay there. Show me a company, me tell you who you are. My check, 1212. Let's see.
No, Audley Shaw was finance minister then. Told FSC that it was on the verge of closing SSL.
My check.
Which had been under enhanced supervision since 2010, with significant restrictions on its operation. Between February and a few months later, both Chairman Howard Mitchell and Executive Director reassigned the replacement with Jackie Stewart Lecker as chair. Within a month, Jamaica, or so, of their appointment, they lifted all restrictions. Jackie Lecker Jamaica as chairman. She removed all the restrictions.
Jackie Lecker need to be investigated. Jackie Lecker need to be investigated. I am calling on the authorities to do the proper authorities to do a full investigation in Jackie Lecker. This can't continue, man. Can't continue. It is so far out of hand, it's ridiculous. You understand? Why am I not hearing anything? Alright, so
on SSL. This is after Dr. Peter Phillips put the restrictions on SSL, you know. They were monitoring closely what SSL was doing, you know, from 2010 right up to 2016. And here comes Jackie Lecker. Remember Ishmael put a picture. Here comes Jackie Lecker after she replaced Howard Mitchell as chairman. Took all the restrictions, Jamaica, lifted all the restrictions and gave SSL. Gave SSL Jamaica the power. The power to continue their shenanigans. It's a syndicate of them, you know. Daryl Vaz's wife best friend. The one from Stuart's Autos. The one when everything got up, she just resigned and nothing else comes out of it.
No. But listen.
Let us go further. I am giving you greater context tonight. 2007. The Supreme Court had lifted the injunction against Hugh Crosby in his capacity as trustee of the Phoenix Note Holder Trust. The stockbroker has announced in a public statement, Justice Marjorie Goldsmith had initially placed an injunction on Crosby to May 10th and given him 14 days to declare the locations of all his assets held by him on behalf of Phoenix, whether in his own name or nominees. Crosby, Jamaica, this is you, Crosby, says he has given his undertaking to the court not to dispose of any of his assets by the trust without notice or consent. The assets were frozen in mid-April, and the application by Jamaica Solicitor General at the time, Michael Hilton QC, who had traced ownership of the properties held by Phoenix to Paul Cheng Young, former head of the collapsed Eagles group of companies. The Miami court has since lifted the freeze on Cheng Young, which means he is free to transact business with them in this jurisdiction. Crosby said his role in the trust is that he acted purely in a representative capacity as trustee for a small group of investors who had put the funds to purchase houses. As trustee, he ensured that the investments were protected. The statement said, courts in Jamaica and Florida had barred Charles Cheng Young and Crosby from disposing of the assets on the application of the Eagles Merchant Bank and the Crown's Eagle Life, two of Prince Young former companies commandeered Jamaica by the Jamaica government in the advent of the financial sector meltdown. I'm giving you context tonight, Jamaica. Crosby has again asserted that the freezing order was not related to the security brokerage of stocks and security. I am giving you the history of everything that Crosby and Cheng Young and all of these people were doing before stocks and securities came to life. Formerly Paul Cheng Young and Associates, which he became chairman. Hilton, the Solicitor General at the time, presented evidence to the Kingston and Miami courts showing that Paul Young, despite a court order between May 4th, 2006, to declare his assets and not to deal with or dispose of the transferred. Listen to this. To declare his assets and not to deal with the dispose of any properties without approval, had transferred 19, Ishmael, who took that, transferred 19 properties to Hugh Crosby on May 12, 2006.
What?
Just days after the judgment against him was to pay over $900 million.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. No, sir. When I hear this,
us interest. Are you seeing a similar thing happening
pattern, yeah,
between Cheng Young and the syndicates of SSL? 3 other properties were transferred to Crosby on May 24th and June 15th of the same year, 2006. The former Eagles boss also held 170 Florida properties in a company of which he was president, director, and treasurer. All of these things, Jamaica, if you want to see them, you subscribe to my Patreon for $4.99, and that is where I'm going to put up all of these information.
Yeah,
Paul?
Yeah, I need to do a Patreon. Because, what's up, Desi? There's some things that I want to speak about that I can't speak about on YouTube. Some very serious conversations that we need to have. And it's not necessarily about the Jamaican government. It's about what's happening globally and how the Jamaican government is playing their role in that. It's about sensitive topics that if you should mention those names on YouTube, they want to censor the platform, they want to shadow ban you and those type of stuff. I've realized that I cannot speak freely on here. That's what I realized. I really can't. You're being muzzled on here. So I have to do a Patreon to have these unfiltered discussions. You understand?
Chen Young of Eagles Merchant Bank, of the main big boys who ran off with a third load of money and was a lead cause of the financial crisis, transferred a boatload of properties to whom? You Cross-Screen.
Wow.
19 plus properties, Jamaica.
Wow.
19 plus properties. Cross-Screen, in fact, worked with Eagle and Paul and ran a lot of things for him. Made him a lot of money. Took a lot of taxpayers' hard-working monies. He even went eventually, changed the name of the company from Paul Cheng Young and Companies in 2006 to guess what? Stocks and Securities Limited. So, are you hearing the truth tonight? The Stocks and Securities Limited that you're hearing of,
yes,
was Paul Cheng Young's company. The company that transferred those 19 plus properties. The company that went bankrupt and were doing all of those nefarious activities and taking away people's monies. All they did Jamaica was transfer or change the name of the company. And it was changed in the time of Bruce Golding as Prime Minister, 2007. That is when they started their nefarious activities again. What a tangled web we weave.
So, very important, constant. Susan, good morning. That is super important. Under Bruce Golding is when that happened. I'm telling you, you see, the Jamaica Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen, it is a weapon that was formed against Jamaica a very long time ago. And this is what I'm realizing. The more and more these things get exposed and these realities, the facts around these people and who is connected to who and these type of activities and what they do, I have come to the conclusion that the Jamaica Labour Party is the weapon that was formed against Jamaican people, and specifically Jamaican poor people. Jamaica biggest consumers, Jamaica's biggest and hardest workers. Let me say that. Jamaica biggest taxpayer collectively is who is facing the brunt of the attacks. There's a system in place to hold us down, and it starts from the top. Right? What it will take to remove that system, I can't tell you. I cannot tell you that. I cannot. I don't know what it will take. I won't even begin to, especially on this platform. I won't even start the conversation. I just want to say that the system needs to be removed. If it doesn't, your children's children is always going to be the guinea pig to pay off the debt of those people. All the chaos they cause, your children's children is going to suffer because of the chaos that they cause. And it's just the truth. True.
What a tangled web, Jamaica, we weave. What a tangled web. As they continued when Peter David Phillips came in as Security Finance Minister, Peter David Phillips put restrictions on them because he saw what was happening. And then came Jackie Lecker, Audley Shaw, and Andrew Holness, who lifted those restrictions and gave this Paul Cheng Young company gave this SSL Paul Chen Young company the authority to continue their skullduggeries in this country, knowing damn too well.
Help. We are the Malaya.
Immediate divided intervention.
Andre
We're tired of
on
labor right.
point. Andre on point.
So effective, and it came on the stocks and securities. It came on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. That's effective the 11th of September 2006. The name Paul Chen Young and Companies Limited was changed to Stocks and Securities Limited. The company will formally announce the change to its clients and public at large November 1st, 2006. So the fact that Stocks and Security Limited was still operating with the mindset and the past approach of the Eagles and Paul Chen Young and Associate, it was just a new name.
Yes.
It was a new name.
Simple.
It was something that was a part of the DNA of the company.
Rebranded. No difference. Yeah.
It was something.
Rebrand. Wow.
Ask yourself tonight, Jamaica.
Wow.
What is the name of the Paul's shell companies in Florida? They all have a similar thing, Jamaica. It's either an Eagles associated with it or it has Phoenix associated with it. So the name of one of Paul Chen Young company in Florida is Florida Phoenix Finance. Florida Phoenix Finance. What was the name of the company that Crosby was trustee for, that had a ton load of properties and assets from Paul to Eagle? Phoenix Notebook Trust. So then take on two names. Either take on the name of Eagle or take on the name of Phoenix. You recognize the symbol is in the music? Birds. Birds, Jamaica. Is either them use the bird of the eagle or the phoenix because they must show you. They must soar high and attack from the people in the ground. What an evil, treacherous act.
Yep.
What can go so?
Burn them, Andre. Boop. Eh? What about you?
Here is the interesting part of it.
Yes.
Zachary Harding. Mr. Harding also serves as a director in Phoenix Group, a private investment firm in Florida, Orlando, Florida, that primarily invests in businesses who sells services to Fortune 500 companies. Do you see where Zachary worked whilst in Florida? The Phoenix Group. The Phoenix Group, Jamaica. Guess who formed a new company shortly after the Financial Services Commission started digging? Zachary and Hugh Crosby. What was the name of the company that they formed? What was the name of the company that they formed? Most notably, Harding has brought to Ivan Carter, former CFO and CIO at Strategic Group, as a CEO of the newly formed company. So after all of this skullduggery started, Zachary Harding and Hugh Crosby started Jamaica to form a new company called, I think it is Delta. I believe it is Delta. Let me drink some water, because I am teaching tonight, Jamaica. I am teaching you all tonight, Jamaica.
Wow.
I don't come here with no whole heap of loud mouth tonight. I come here as a teacher at the moment to show you how these scammers were enabled by the government of Jamaica to handle this.
Mastermind, man.
Remember, he was special advisor to the Prime Minister.
Mastermind, Gary, where are you?
He was special advisor to the Prime Minister. So before the Prime Minister knew about all his...
Hold on, they given. Hold on, some of them messages I never understood them a while ago. Hold on. We have Joe and Frey in the building. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Nightbot, big up yourself. And we have given perfect over there up on Bolo V&R clips. Yeah, man, blessings, man, blessings. I don't know why it wasn't showing. Yeah, that phone there, that phone. Problem.
Delta Capital. You all remember Jamaica. I am bringing you down memory lane for you all to remember these skullduggeries.
Do you remember?
Also, please note that Mark, the son, tried to sell his shares out of SSL. That is Mark Crosby. That was October 25th, 2019. A report with recommendations was made June 2019. They knew from June 2019 that they were in trouble And by October 19th, 2019, they had given further directions to comply. The government had tell them to comply now because the government now realizes the further sinkhole and batty hole that this company is in. So after 2019, you Crossbury and Zachary Hardy formed a brand new financial company. Then Nigel claimed he knew nothing until April 15th, 2020. And by that time, shares ascend, new company farm, and conveniently Jamaica, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, transferred all his monies. All his monies.
Bangarang. Bangarang.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything.
All his monies. Right after Delta was formed with you, Crossbury and Zachary Hardy. All the monies belonging to the Prime Minister and SSA. All of it to Jamaica. And you're telling me that this is not a syndicate of synagogues of Satan? You're telling me that this is not a syndicate of the synagogues of Satan? You're telling me, Jamaica, that this is not a syndicate of a synagogue of Satan? And the Prime Minister is still Prime Minister of this country? He should be locked up for insider trading. He should be locked up, Jamaica, because Andrew Holness is a fraud and a scam.
Mighty God.
And then here comes Peter Champagne telling people not to speculate. We don't need to speculate, Peter Champagne. All of your clients are criminals. Listen to the news report of Peter Champagne telling us, Ishmael, play the news report of this SSN matter. Play the news report and let them fix Peter Champagne business tonight.
Oh, what you say?
3 former executives linked to the scandal-hit investment firm Stockton Securities Limited (SSL) have now been charged. They were charged last evening following a ruling by the Director of Public Prosecution (DPP). The development follows yesterday's coordinated raids at their homes. But as you'll also hear in this report from McKinsey Robinson, those charged.
Hello? Hello? Nah, yeah, what are you? Yeah, what's up? You know, my life though. Yeah. We load because me I fix up back the computer here while my live. OBS I give me problem. I try sort it out. Yeah, man. Respect, man. Oh gosh. Well, blessings, man. Blessings. Yeah, man. Everything I unfold. They are listen to Andrea unfold some things, boy. Yes. Yeah, God take up everything in our hands now. Yes. So just have to go and watch God work, you know. Yes. Right. Yeah, man. Yes, man. Yeah, man. I take your advice, man. Yeah. All right, mama. Yeah, man, I will. I love it too. Later, sis. All right, bless up. McQueen, long time near from McQueen. Where you say? Oh, am I checking in your space? Okay, okay. Big up Marks too. Alright, cool. Yeah, man, later, manners. Maidens, they're easy. Maidens, I want to talk about now.
Have since been offered bail.
God.
The three are former director Hugh Crosby, former Montego Bay manager Sarah Meany, and ex-CEO Zachary Harding. They have each been charged with multiple counts of fraudulently inducing persons to invest money, failure to register company carrying on business in Jamaica, carrying out securities business without dealer's license, failure to apply to the commission to be registered for securities issued, and breach of the Banking Services Act. Each has been offered station bail in the sum of $1 million and is to appear before the court on January 26, 2026. One of the attorneys representing Mr. Crosby, Peter Champney, is urging the public not to rush to judgment.
My client has consistently maintained his innocence and has always made himself available to all of the regulatory bodies that are involved in this matter. We should be cautious in rushing to judgment. The matter is going to be before the court, and we should allow the justice system to work and not rush to any judgment and seek to be given to wild speculation.
Mr. Crosby is also being represented by Samoa Campbell. On a Saturday, members of the Security Forces and the Financial Investigations Division conducted search and seizure operations at the homes of the three. The operation targeted 4 premises, 3 in St. Andrew and 1 in St. James, as part of the long-running probe into the multi-billion-dollar fraud at SSL. The fraud scandal first came to public attention in January 2023. Yesterday's operation marks the first major public law enforcement development in the SSL case in more than a year. Former SSL employee Sheenan Panton was charged with multiple offenses in February 2023. In December 2023, the FID submitted a case file to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, signaling the possibility of further charges. However, the DPP has since indicated that outstanding issues remain, which have affected the assessment of the file. Walgen Limited, a company owned by sports legend Usain Bolt, is among more than 200 affected clients of SSL. McKinsky Robinson, TVJ News.
Jamaica. Remember, Paul Cheng Yung died, and when he died, Hugh Crosby inherited all of those, So when I hear Kwashi, lawyer, Champagne, come tell people they're not supposed to speculate and let the courts run its course. Let the courts run its course. Let the courts run its course and release Jean and Panton, because you know the criminals that you represent.
Mighty God.
You know the criminals you represent. You know. Let me say it again.
Whoa.
You, Peter Champagne, you know the criminals you represent. They are cynical. And remember, if you recall, even Zachary Harding's father was a part of Eagles Merchant Bank. Oswald Harding. So it is a syndicate of them. It's a syndicate of them. So from father like son, you ever hear the argument like father like son? You ever hear the argument, Jamaica? Father like son. Father like son, Jamaica. You ever hear that argument? From like father like son. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. And very interestingly, one of the syndicates to Dell, when named Equity, The equity is also the equity. All of a sudden, IPO got pulled from the stock exchange.
The equity?
Why was the equity IPO pulled from the stock exchange? Is it because it is linked to stocks and securities? Is it because it is linked to Delta? Is it because it is linked to Zachary Harding? Is it because it is a failed IPO? All of a sudden it is pulled. It's pulled from the Junior Stock Exchange, just as how we have many others that have been pulled from the Junior Stock Exchange, because the Junior Stock Exchange of this country is a farce and a scam. They all know what they have been doing with the Junior Stock Exchange. Do you know why it failed? Go ask why it failed. There is reasons why it failed, Jamaica. There are reasons why the IPO failed. Ask who are the people and the brains behind it. As for you, Michael Leachin, you want to tell us why you can't pay over the dividends to the people in NCB? Why can't you pay over the dividends, Michael Leachin? The 94 million US that you must pay over to the people. Why you can't pay over that money, Michael Leachin, and you have it?
Alright, I don't understand.
Jamaica, a syndicate of things happening in the financial sector. A syndicate of things happening in the financial sector.
Why this a bangarang ya gone? People that bangarang ya serious? What is actually going on? This connection between these people and these companies. It takes serious investigation to find out them something else to do. You call it, and I'm saying if Andre Stevenson can actually do it. Speaker not working. What happened is this, you know. I don't understand truly why my microphone is not connecting to my OBS, because when you got audio input, right, and you use the Pro X5 microphone, I can hear the audio that I play on the computer. I can hear it, right? I think I can even hear myself in the headphone, which I need to change that on this way. I'm still hearing it. I'm still hearing it. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I don't understand why I can't hear it in my headphone, right? Why I can hear it in my headphone, but I can't hear it. It's not coming up. There's nothing. It's at 0 when I talk. Right here, so the soundboard there, you're supposed to see it amplified, but it's not amplified. Alright, you know, let me try something. Let me try something. It says that it's active, but I don't see the activity. Alright? I don't see the activity. Let me try. I check, see? Nothing. Let me try this. Turn out I might be complete. Right? Turn out I might be complete. The regular mic of the system will use the turn it off. But I don't know.
And I can tell you, Jamaica, it not smell good.
It's not working.
It not look good.
I'm using OBS and I'm using
smell good.
Windows.
It not look good. It not taste good.
Yeah.
And they expect people to invest in this country. When the financial sector of this country is in shambles.
Compromise. financial sector compromise.
All of this is money laundering.
And listen, if the corruption appears to be what it is, Jamaica can never grow economically, you know. It can never truly grow economically when you have these things happening. The way it appears, if the evidence should come out as it appears, ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica will never grow economically. Your child that's born into poverty, much like many of us, much like myself, and when I say poverty, I mean monetarily, because there's wealth in different ways. Yes? So I'm strictly speaking about dollars and cents. What is in your bank account? What assets you have? That's strictly what I'm speaking about. Alright? So, Jamaica has to, one, understand the gravity of the robbery that is taking place. Not only are we presently here being robbed, but our children ahead of us that are not even born yet. You guys remember when Andrew came out and said, you know, him sin against this and him sin against that? Well, that you know what I mean? Think about that for a second. What exactly did he sin? What was the sin? Did anybody reach out to him about that? I don't know, man. This just don't make no sense, man. And the messed up thing is that it broke, you know. Well, you can't go no further than that. It broke. Turn up, all of that. Anyway, moving on. I've got to talk to Jamaica is heading down. They have been heading down that road already. One thing with Desi, you know, Desi have I'm not gonna call in a Desi. Desi have all type of material, you know. Let's continue with what is in the news, yes. Facebook. Let me see what's happening over here. Police have imposed curfew on sections of Lacobia, St. Elizabeth. Government to repair, rewire 800 storm-ravaged homes, says Vaz. Rewire 800 storm-ravaged homes. What do you mean? I want the people and pay them like them. I want the money have to come in. Escalating tensions with Venezuela, Trump says hit a coastal drug loading facility. Champion Jackie, that's on the news. That's on my news. What is this? Jamaica is closing out the year with a dramatic fall in unalivings. Former SSL CEO Zachary Harding declares innocence, denies wrongdoing following. Why would he come publicly and say that he is guilty? Like, that am I thing. You expect him. You know what I mean? I go think some here one mad stick, you know. Desi. Let me find this thing where you send me now. Let me find this thing. So this brother has. Read aloud. No read aloud option. Let me refresh this. Mighty God. I will never do that. There we go. can't. What? Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Businessman and former chief executive
Yeah.
officer of the failed investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, Zachary Harding, declaring his innocence following his arrest and charge by investigators probing the alleged multi-billion-dollar fraud at the company. Harding, SSL founding director Hugh Croskery, and Croskery's daughter, Sarah Meany, were on Saturday arrested and charged with breaching key laws governing the financial sector, the Financial Investigations Division reported. They have each been charged with fraudulently inducing persons to invest, failure to register a company carrying on business in Jamaica, carrying on a securities business without a dealer's license, failure to apply to the Financial Services Commission to be registered for securities issued, and breaches of the Banking Services Act. In a statement issued Monday night through his attorney, Jacqueline Samuels Brown, Harding said that based on the questioning and information provided by investigators, there was no allegation that he was the beneficiary of, or involved in any way in, the misappropriation of funds or theft of money from Usain Bolt's account or those of any other SSL clients. Harding further stated that while at SSL, he acted above board. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's Morning and Eat. Official records from the Financial Services Commission, FSC, and the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, will confirm that during his tenure, Mr. Harding prioritized legal and regulatory compliance. He maintained open communication with regulators, adhered to directives, and acted under the guidance of reputable legal counsel and independent external audit.
Daisy, Ryan, what's up, Ryan? The video that they sent me, I tried it already, but it never helped. Thanks, though.
Auditors. He proactively engaged the FSC, implemented clear corrective plans, and worked under their ongoing oversight to address long-standing issues that existed before Mr. Harding's involvement with SSL. Harding rejected claims linking him to any wrongdoing and urged the public to refrain from spreading falsehoods and misinformation. Full statement. On the afternoon of December 27, 2025, Mr. Zachary Harding voluntarily attended the offices of the Financial Investigations Division, FID, accompanied by his attorney-at-law, Jacqueline Samuels Brown, KC. Since the issues at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, first came to light in 2023, Mr. Harding communicated with the police through his attorney, assuring them of his availability and willingness to assist with any investigations. His attendance at the FID was in keeping with that position, as he has always acted in compliance with the law and with the highest level of integrity. Despite certain media reports, Mr. Harding was not arrested in any pre-dawn raid. The proceedings in question and answer session mark the first time in 3 years that Mr. Harding has been interviewed by any investigative body. In light of recent developments, we wish to clarify the following critical points. Based on the questioning and information provided by investigators, there was no allegation that Mr. Harding was the beneficiary of, or involved in any way with any misappropriation of funds or theft of money from Usain Bolt's account or that of any other SSL client's accounts. Official records from the Financial Services Commission, FSC, and the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, will confirm that during his tenure, Mr. Harding prioritized legal and regulatory compliance. He maintained open communication with regulators, adhered to their directives, and acted under the guidance of reputable legal counsel and independent external auditors. He proactively engaged the FSC, implemented clear corrective plans, and worked under their ongoing oversight to address long-standing issues that existed before Mr. Harding's involvement with SSL. As these matters are now before the court, we will not comment further on any specific evidentiary details and await the dispensation of justice through the courts. In the interim, we strongly caution against the continuation of spreading misinformation. This in no way helps in achieving fair resolution and justice.
We urge all parties to allow the justice system to function based on facts, rather than unverified assertions and assumptions.
Basically, what they're saying is, don't talk about the case. Don't ask any questions. Don't say nothing. Because they're the big dogs. That's what they're saying. You see the lawyer come make statement. I am saying to Jamaica, everybody raise up on the voice. Ask the relevant questions. That's my suggestion. Raise your voices, ladies and gentlemen. Me, I'm gonna follow my sister, McQueen. I've said enough. There's no need for me to say anything more. I just want to hear from the people of Jamaica. And guess what, people? Guess what? We're here. Woy. Mighty God, we are here. Let me, I believe I am good now, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I'm good now. True. I believe I'm good now. Yes, sir. Oh, it's already cut. Let me record something real quick. Hold on. Blessings, ladies and gentlemen. It's your brother Bolo V&R. How are y'all doing? Welcome to the space. Hope all is well. Let me just do a little adjustment to my voice to see where we're at with it. Okay, that's a little better. I think that's a little louder. Bang. Let me turn off the microphone. And it works. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Praises to the Most High. Yes. Alright, we'll play that now and see how it sounds. Shaman. Yes. My God. Right here, hello. 9-1, hello. Let me see what it sounds like. Oh, wow. Alright, I need to change something because I'm not hearing anything. It says I was hearing something, but I'm not hearing anything. Okay, that's a little bit. Oh! Bang. You know, something wrong. Turn off a microphone. I'm supposed to hear it in my headphone. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Praises to the Lord. Something is still around. It's not coming through the headphone. That's bad. That's bad. That is bad, ladies and gentlemen. That is bad. It means what happened is that my it's on the computer is what is being used. It's not this, it's the computer. Because I'm supposed to, once I use this, I'm supposed to hear what's happening. But anyway, let's move on. So what else I want to use? Rescuing local government. St. Andrew security guard charged over gun seizure. So how is it? I really thought I had it that time, guys. I really thought I had it that time. Right? Because I turned this off. And when I turn this off, I can't record. Why I can't hear the audio in this? That don't make no sense.
Now, if your mic isn't adhering
See?
to this test here, then it's pretty likely that your mic isn't working or it's not even plugged in. So make sure that it's properly plugged in. If there's any lights on it, then it lights up, because if that's the case, they should then appear here. If it still isn't appearing after you plugged in, it may be worth closing OBS and restart your computer, and then opening OBS, and it should then appear here. Then go and select it and go and tap OK. Then come to the audio mixer and go look for mic/aux. As you can see, we've got this sound level moving as I speak, which is detecting sound. So make sure that the audio slide is all the way up to 0 decibels. And this means that you're going to be on the highest volume, or pretty high volume, and it should be making movements. If that still isn't working, or it's just very quiet, then what we can do is go to our sound settings. To do that,
Jaja fall rain. Tough and fogging chemicals will kill mosquitoes, pose no health risk. 72 specialized vehicles arrive in Jamaica to help JPS.
Auditor General has a space where you can write to them and say, listen, I'm a concerned citizen, and that's all you need to sanitize.
We need to show some concern about things that affect us directly. Instead of, I'm not saying we shouldn't show some concern about SSL, but most of you in Jamaica, you're not affected by SSL.
Exactly.
Most of you.
That's
you're
why
affected by SSL.
That's why I'm saying it's a distraction. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Yeah, I thought I did as well. I thought I did as well, Desi. But not so.
But a lot of you are affected by monies coming out of the consolidated fund to pay for things that you don't see. And what happens? You hear it a week, 9 days, then you forget about it. Well, we're not forgetting about things around here. We're not forgetting things. The JPS. JPS, that's where we really should be concerned, because you are, you know what? I don't want to touch it, okay, but just tell me what people tell me. We have three.
We're right there. It's we started touching on it briefly, and it's worth showing certain things, especially since there's the whole increase in JPS bill. All right, increase in JPS bill.
All right, when we talk about JPS
extra, why?
Yeah. And then K2 also says, emphasize that your info will not be public. And K2 was referring to the MAGNITSKY, because a lot of you thought that, hey, if I sign it, then what's going to happen? The government is going to get a hold of it. No.
Desi, I think I got it.
And when you go there, do not.
It was never this complex before, though.
That's not where you donate. You donate any donation.
Never this complex before.
Make it on the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation website, OJLDF.net. Click on the donate button, and you can specify where you want your donations to go. Right, where you want it to go, that is where it will go. That's
right.
What
when you go to that website that you're going to sign the MAGNITSKY, don't make a donation there. They've allowed us to use the platform, but don't make a donation there. And all I'm asking you to do, please, if you're interested in signing this thing, just go to the website, and producer Joan did a tutorial. It's there. It's less than a minute, and it walks you right through the entire process. And if you still have problems after that, just reach out to us, please.
We're going to send whoever it is that you know that wants to sign the petition to go to the OJLDF site. Just send them there.
Somebody said JPS is a grid, not a company. Beg to differ.
Your JPS owns the grid. The grid is not called JPS. The company is called JPS, and they own the grid. And we can show you that through the, and Kevin just put it up, the Electricity Act of 2015, and we can show you that through their annual report. Charmaine said, how many more signatures are required to proceed? A lot more, Charmaine, because we can't send it with just a couple thousand. Because remember now, we're not petitioning an agency, we're petitioning foreign governments.
I really had to fix
and
this.
And if you send something with that 2,000, it don't move them. They have to see that a lot of people involved, a lot of people want to see some change, and a lot of people are actually begging them to implement this law. And the government, right now, they might laugh at us because they hear we are talking about it, but they don't see it. They don't see it. But you know what? The laughing won't be forever. Trust me, because at some point people are going to wake up and they're going to sign that thing en masse. So that's where we are. Now,
yes, the Magnitsky Act. I don't know, like Jamaica, listen, you have the power in your hands, and you guys are like sleeping supermen and women, right? And you're not using your power, and I don't know why. Move me do something in our kitchen. Oh.
Power off.
Yes, hello? Yeah, man, a Bolo, man. You got something there. I need it, man. What is it? Thank you. Oh my gosh. This machine will overheat, you know, so now I believe that we are good. We're supposed to be good now. So when I attach this thing to the box now, and I'm gonna test it in real time. Yes, for my people on Bolo V&R 2.0, we're gonna go over to OBS, right? So you guys can see. Okay. Oh. You guys can see what's happening with what I'm sharing and stuff like that. All right. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful. All right, let me see. I have a few things to say, so. Aye! Lara. Blessings. It works, guys. It works. Awesome, amazing. It works. All right. So now, all I have to do.
In this video, I'll show you how to fix your microphone in OBS.
That brother there, he's good. He is so good. He's a nerd. He's a brilliant dude. He is really, really good. I have to say that. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Come on, big shout out to him. How does this work again? Browser. There we go. Main browser. One. Is it 1920 and 1860? 1960. So, oh no, that is definitely not it. Wait a minute. 1920 and 1080. You guys must wonder what the hell is Bolo talking about? Yeah, it was 1980 and 1020. There's a lot of things to OBS now, so when you hear me jabbering off about stuff like that, you know, that's what it is. Oh snap! Ooh, come on, man. Stop playing. We straight. Yeah, we straight, ladies and gentlemen. We straight. Let me see the timestamp. How it come from? Alright, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Alright. Oh, we're almost there. Start stream, manage, select, Bolo. Whoop. See you guys over there. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Wagwan. I hope you can see the screen now. Lara, talk to me. You wanna make me know Wagwan. If you can see the screen, how everything stay, how me sound. Me know someone not here, Mr. Will Rattigan, because I have him on mute. Right? But this is the new setup. I changed everything. I had to delete OBS. Here's some other things that I need to take care of, but one thing at a time. We're on the rebuild phase. Alright, my people. If you can hear me clearly, drop a comment in the chat. Let me look on my phone to see if the visual has changed. Yeah, let me look at my phone to see if the visual has changed. You can hear me clearly, guys? Hello? Hello, mic check. Oh, them say me fi sign in. Go here. No, sir. What a bangarang. That's why me can't see nobody. Message come up. Me have to sign in, sir. Hey. Enter password. What that again? So much passwords, boy. The password was right. Thank God. We good over here, so see him here. Hey, Roslyn, what's up, my bunny on us? Roslyn said we good. Some bass on your mic. Where you say put some bass on my mic? I don't know how to do that, you know. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if there's any bass on my voice. Little vibration. Oh, well, the vibration would be that the microphone is shaking. This table is not stable, so you will hear some vibration. And because I am you, and thank you for the feedback. Because I'm using the aux wire, it's gonna amplify it. Let me know if you're getting any vibrations now. I just turned off the speaker. I turned down the speaker. I moved the wire, so maybe you hear some vibration. But yeah, man, continue with the feedback, guys. Let me know. How is it now? How is it? Loud and clear? Any let me see. Should I turn up my microphone a little bit more? Not so bad, or not so good? I should turn up my microphone. Hold on. Because this microphone can turn up, you know. Don't get me wrong. I only have it at 500. Normally I would have it at 1,000. And my desktop audio needs to go up to 500 or 600. Yeah. My desktop audio needs Alright, you should hear me better now. Brian says it's good. Wagwan Brian Wilkes, Unstoppable, big up. You guys should be hearing me way better now. Oh, me sounding. Come on now, talk to me, baby. I'm gonna go back to my OBS, man. I am going back to my OBS on Bolo V&R 2.0. But on Bolo V&R clips, I will be using this method to go live at the same time. Okay, it's good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the feedback. Alright, let's get into this now, because I tell you, this programmer from Mr. Will Rattigan, I haven't been able to check on some of the conversation that he had. And yeah, you already know. He just made a great point a while ago about SSL. SSL really doesn't affect a lot of us. It affects a few people, like, and I stand with those people. But to be quite honest with you, those people need to now stand for themselves. Their families need to stand for them as well. Yeah, they need to come out and raise their voice. They need to come out brawling. Yeah, man. Stop with the tippy toes and the hippie hoes. They need to come out brawling and say, yo, here what go on now. You see this one I go on with? It not right. We need your money. And tell us, just like how the 78-year-old lady came out and said, listen, I was traumatized. I had to get tranquilizers. Who remember that? And I put out that video recently, you know, with that lady, you know. Yeah, man. I put it out, man. The article, I did it over and I put it out, because that's the only conversation I think we need to have around SSL. The conversation is this: there was people that was severely affected by SSL. Yeah, I just believe that's the only conversation we should have. But anyway, let's hear this.
The laughing won't be forever. Trust me, because at some point people are going to wake up and they're going to sign that thing en masse. So
no, what I want to hear from you guys on OBS is, do you hear a feedback when my microphone is on while I'm playing the audio? That's what I want to hear from you guys.
Oh, that's where we are. Now, let's start with the JPS thing. Let's start with the JPS thing. We have some interviews. We have some videos. But let's just start out with a bill. How about that, people? Let's start out with a JPS bill and see where and then we can take the story any place we want to take it. But we just want to start out with a bill. And those of you who are JPS customers, you will understand this. Those of you who are not JPS customers, you will really understand this. Here it is. All right. What we did was we cut it back, kind of protect the person. This is JPS bill. What I'd like you to do, and it's, as you see right here, it's from October to November. Here it is right here of this year, and it's an actual bill. It wasn't like
not an estimate.
Right. Now, here is the current charge. Right here. Can you see, Kevin? You can see it?
Yes, man.
Okay. And here's the total charge. If you notice the total charge, there's a difference there of $212. And here's it right here. That this amounts for the difference between 24,218.80. This is the difference between the current charges and the total charges. They are the credit. No, current. Yeah, a credit of $2.12.
Alright, so what I understand now is that I have to turn off my microphone while the audio is being played, because thank you so much, Laura, there's definitely an echo. That's a fact. 100% there's an echo. But let's continue.
No, here's the thing that I need you to pay attention to. See this? How is your bill calculated? The charge for energy next, and then this one here, customer charge. I don't know what the hell that is. For 600 and maybe them scans.
Yeah, make that a little bit bigger, and then you can center it. Yeah.
All right, there we are. Can I say that? Or am I go bigger again?
Use that. No, leave that right there.
All right. So this customer charge, I don't know what that is. $603.54. So the energy, this one right here, is $8,289.28. Now, look at this, my people. This section here, variable and miscellaneous charges. They have an FX adjustment here, 3.336%, 276. Then they have this fuel charge, $27.6 per kilowatt. And that comes to 10,708. Then IPP variable charge. What IPP is that independent? Independent power producers, right? This is something now. I remember I was on Mystic Show. I think it was Mystic Show, and somebody was saying that no, it's a pass-through charge, and the point what we're trying to make is that pass-through or not, whatever they're charging, because remember, people, JPS purchases power. They generate power, but they also buy power from independent companies. Now the problem is that under the law, only JPS can sell power to the public. You can sell power to JPS, but the only entity that can sell power to the general public under the law is JPS. So why do we have this? Them say it's a pass-through. So if it's a pass-through, what this is saying is that whatever JPS paid for the power, right? They're now passing that charge on to you. But then they also pass on fuel charge right on to you. And then they have this FX adjustment charge on to you. So look at this. Look at this. The variable and miscellaneous charge is this, 14,000. But look at the total bill, 22. More than half of your bill. More than half of your bill is variable and miscellaneous. More than half of your bill, More than half of your bill.
These are the types of things you go out and protest about. This is protest worthy. You understand? This is protest worthy, ladies and gentlemen. We can't continue like this. No wonder our bill them so high. No wonder we are paying some of the highest bill them in the world. You follow me? That is an insane wow. Total taxable charges. GCT at 7% on taxable charges. A further $1,600. Mighty God. Wow. Wow. Subtotal energy $8,289. FX adjustment 3.333%. 3.336%. Fuel charges $10,000. $10,708.18. IPP variable $9.28 per kilowatt hour. So that carries it to 3,594. So you get a subtotal variable and miscellaneous charge of $14,000. $14,000 plus $8,289 gives you $22,868.04. You guys see how this actually works out? Isn't that wild? The miscellaneous charges is out of this world, guys. No. This is why I listen to Willie Rattigan. He breaks down stuff like this. Let's continue. The simple things that are not really simple, you know?
Your light bill. See it right here. See it here. And I don't see anybody jumping up and screaming and carrying on, Professor. I don't see anybody jumping up and screaming and say, explain to us why we're paying this much money. I don't see anybody jumping up and screaming about that.
You know, one of the things that I think really has made it get to this point is the way a frog is cooked. If you put them in hot water, they're just going to jump out. But if you put them in a pot with regular water and slowly increase the temperature, then they don't go anywhere. And
I have used that analogy. I've used that exact analogy before, and it's accurate. It's on point. There's no question about that. That's really the problem. The Jamaican people, we endure so much because we think we're in a jacuzzi, because we were the temperature. You know, Andrew takes time. The system take them little time in turning up the temperature on us, that we don't realize that we're in a full-blown boiling point right now. And it's one of the reasons why they don't like these open, free platforms to speak. And guys, let me tell you something. Let me just warn you guys, if you don't know. Just a quick warning. I'm gonna play something. Alright? Let me see here. Display capture. Alright, so yeah, I need to have that under here. Where is it? Under here. Alright, perfect. I need to have it there. Let me find what I'm looking for first. Instagram. Let me find the video I'm looking for on Instagram. We have to be at least aware, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be aware of what is coming. Alright? Where is it? Well, today is a new day. Give thanks to life. Oh yeah. Now make them stress we. We are all a vibe.
You are committing offence under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act 2000. So I'm going to ask you again if you could put those signs down. Okay, if I continue to hold those signs, you are breaking the law. Okay, this could impact You are committing offence under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act 2000. So I'm going to ask you again if you could put those signs down. Okay, if I continue to hold those signs, you are breaking the law. Okay, this could impact criminal, if action is taken today, criminal convictions, travel implications or employment implications. So, are you willing, is anyone willing to put those signs down now for me, please?
The sign is in a language they can't translate?
What language is it in? No, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I am face to face with evil here, Kia. This is absolutely chilling. Yeah, they're out of control. Kia, you're going to need to get a handle on this, mate.
Can you step away from us?
Will anyone else see him?
Ma'am, you'll forever be remembered on the right side of history.
Can you step away from us, please?
Am I not allowed to speak to this individual?
No, because we are turned our backs here and you are just right.
In what power? You're a scam. In what? What? Sorry? She's under arrest. Why? Because you're under arrest for 4 offences. Malicious communication times 3 and for inciting racial hatred. I will explain to you everything. I just want to get cash on you because like I said,
Jamaica, are you okay with living in a world where if you criticize a particular country, that country is all over there in all over another side of the country, but you get locked up for holding up a sign that says yeah, bono genocide in one particular country that country is actually doing genocide in? These people are labeled as terrorists because they are standing against genocide, and people want me to actually be okay with this evil and like this is evil. These are old people. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If they were protesting against the people that particular country have a problem against, they would be able to protest, but because they are protesting against that particular country, they don't have the freedom to protest in their own country. Not that country, no, in their own country. Tell me that this is right. Look at this.
everything. I just want to get cash on you because like I said, I don't know what is up in the house. So Section 1 of the English Communication Act and Section 120 Communications Network.
Don't do that. You are in breach of those conditions and you could be arrested.
What if we support Israel? Are we okay to stay or?
I think I made it quite clear which side it was about. If you're in support of Palestine, then you are breaching your conditions.
And if we are in support of Israel, we can stay? Like, if we put
So the lady was so smart. You heard what she asked the police? If I support that particular country, I can stay? Ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaican government and Your Holiness has hugged up this country, this specific country, not only hug them up, but there's a company from that country that is dealing with our election, the last election, and moving forward they'll be more integrally involved in the country. If you guys don't see how Andrew Ones is speaking and his government is speaking, and you guys don't see that by any means necessary to keep power is the same modus operandi, is to control the narrative, and that's what Andrew Ones is about, and it's the same blueprint that he wants to implement in Jamaica, in my opinion. That's what I see. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I see. Same regime, same apparatus, same operation, but they are slowly cooking us. The changing of the constitution is very important to them, extremely important. This is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely dangerous. You hear what I said? Absolutely dangerous.
Under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act.
Listen to that.
So I'm going to ask you again if you could put those signs down. Okay, if I continue to hold those signs, you are breaking the law. Okay, this could impact on criminal, if action is taken today, criminal convictions, travel implications or employment implications. So, are you willing, is anyone willing to put those signs down now for me, please?
The sign is in a language they can't translate?
What language is it in? No, I'm not going to tell you in Asian.
I was hoping you would.
It's Asian. I am.
This is how you know. This is how you know that things are gone alright. The people have written their protests in languages that they cannot understand, and the police, they went to ChatGPT or something to translate the language. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. This is troubling. Quite troubling indeed. This is dangerous. I have big countries like the UK that is really taking this on. You're gonna see why though. It's about who is in power. Listen, let's continue. Let's continue.
I am face to face with evil here, Kia. This is absolutely chilling. Yeah, they're out of control. Kia, you're going to need to get a handle on this, mate.
Can you step away from us?
Will anyone else be seeing?
Ma'am, you'll forever be remembered on the right side of history.
Can you step away from us, please?
Am I not allowed to speak to this individual?
No, because we are turned our backs here and you are just right.
In what power? You're a scam. In what? Sorry? She's under arrest. Why? She's under arrest for offences. Malicious communication times 3 and for inciting racial hatred. I will explain to you everything. I just want to get cash on you because, like I said, I don't know what is up in the house. So, Section 1 of the Malicious Communication Act and Section 127 of the Misuse of Public Communications Network.
Don't do that. You are in breach of those conditions and you could be arrested.
What if we support Israel? Are we okay to stay or?
I think I made it quite clear which side it was about. If you're in support of Palestine, then you are breaching your conditions.
And if we are in support of Israel, we can stay? Like, if we protest for Palestine, Sudan, Congo, we can stay. If we protest for Israel, we can stay?
Yes.
Just to make this clear.
Well, look, I don't know how many people know this. My parents' family are Jewish, and we've got extended family in Israel. That we feel this every day. I don't describe myself as a Zionist, but I understand and I sympathise and I support Zionism. So I wouldn't describe myself in that way. But of course, you know, we have family in Israel, and that is part of my family.
you are committing offence under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act 2000. So I'm going to ask you again if you could put those signs down. Okay, by continuing to hold those signs, you are breaking the law. Okay, this could impact on criminal, if action is taken today, criminal convictions, travel implications or employment implications. So, are you willing, is anyone willing to put those signs down now for me, please?
The sign is in a language they can't translate?
What language is it in? No, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I am face to face with evil here, Kia. This is absolutely chilling. Yeah, they're out of control. Kia, you're going to need to get a handle on this, mate.
Can you step away from us?
Will anyone else be seeing?
Ma'am, you'll forever be remembered on the right side of history.
Can you step away from us, please?
Am I not allowed to speak to this individual?
No, because we are turned our backs here and you are just right.
In what power? You're a scam. In what? Sorry? She's under arrest. Why? She's under arrest for offences. Malicious communication sounds free, and for inciting racial hatred. I will explain to you everything. I just want to get cash on you because, like I said, I don't know what is up in the house. So, Section 1 of the Malicious Communication Act and Section 127 of the Misuse of Public Communications Network.
Don't do that. You are in breach of those conditions and you could be arrested.
What if we support Israel? Are we okay to stay or?
I think I made it quite clear which side it was about. If you're in support of Palestine, then you are breaching your conditions.
And if we are in support of Israel, we can stay? Like, if we protest for Palestine, Sudan, Congo, we can stay. If we protest for Israel, we can stay?
Yes.
Just to make this clear.
Well, look, I don't know how many people know this. My parents' family are Jewish, and we've got extended family in Israel. That we feel this every day. I don't describe myself as a Zionist, but I understand and I sympathise and I support Zionism. So I wouldn't describe myself in that way. But of course, you know, we have family in Israel, and that is part of my family.
People, I'm telling you something, man, you see? Times that we are living on are really normal here. Not really normal. Not really normal. I want to show you guys something. Listen to that lady.
Bill Gates is attacking decentralized energy. He wants centralized systems. Like I said, Bill Gates is attacking decentralized energy. He wants centralized systems. Like I said, he wants one agriculture for the whole world. He will want one energy system, which he controls. He wanted to launch a microchip for remote control of women's fertility in the third world, where the microchip and whether I will have a baby or not will be decided by Mr. Gates or an institution he creates. So, I mean, he is the most amazing, total control freak who could imagine, and his funny, lost grin tells me the guy is lost. He is lost. He doesn't know who he is, except that money controls the world. That's all he knows. You know? And, you know, we are being ruled by insanity. It's a very serious situation. Yeah. I don't need Bill Gates' style of money at all. Have you noticed how much good work is coming through crowdsourcing? We will either see ourselves as powerless, and we will constantly delegate power to governments that don't care and People like Gates, who while pretending to be a philanthropist is only thinking how to make the next buck. He's actually, everything he's doing is making a new business opportunity. And we will constantly say, oh, we are too poor, we are too stupid, we are too powerless. The minute we reclaim power and say we have the power to make change, we have the power through community to mobilize resources. Bill Gates is attacking decentralized energy. He wants centralized systems. Like I said, he wants one agriculture for the whole world. He will want one energy system, which he controls. He wanted to launch a microchip for remote control of women's fertility in the third world, where the microchip and whether I will have a baby or not will be decided by Mr. Gates or an institution he creates. So, I mean, he is the most amazing, total control freak who could imagine. And his funny, lost grin tells me the guy is lost.
Why, can you imagine a world where can you imagine a world where you have digital ID? Can you imagine a world like that? With the way how things are going already. It's like, I'm just wondering if people see the signs. And it's like the lady said, when are you going to realize that we have the power? We're not powerless. Yet. It's getting close to it though. It's getting close to it. So we're living in an era of inception. Y'all ever watch the movie Inception? If you watch the movie Inception, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find the videos about the digital ID and the type of control they will have with the digital ID, where they can lock down your shit. It's like how people protesting on the road, homeless, no money to buy food. Just like that, protesting against that country or any other agenda. Yeah, or their system. Yeah. Let me see if it's this one.
The Prime Minister.
That's not it. Sure, man. I was doing so good a while ago, you know, and I got it, you know. Let me find back that video. That lady. Scroll. Quicker. Where is it? Damn. I think this brother speaks about it too. Yeah, that brother they speak about it, but cash is about to be completely disappeared. This is one of the videos. Where's that lady? Mighty God. And blessings surround us.
Cash is about to completely disappear in 847 days as the EU have just passed new legislation into law that prohibits financial freedom. Starting 2027, you will not be able to make any cash purchases over 10,000 euros. This becomes illegal. Also starting in 2027, which actually has already kind of started now, is every single European exchange will have to have KYC. You will no longer be able to have any self-hosted wallets or anonymous wallets. When it comes to transacting cryptocurrency, anything over 1,000 euros will have to be state approved. If it's not, you could be prosecuted, and all of those transactions are tracked and traced. The digital euro, also known as a central bank digital currency, will be officially introduced in 2029. And all of this infrastructure being put into place now is to facilitate the new CBDC. Everything analysed, everything tracked, everything traced. This is not just proposed or a theory, this is now law. So you have 847 days in the EU until cash becomes contraband, and 1,308 days until a central bank digital currency is introduced. Are you prepared? I've been talking about this exact topic for over 3 years now, and back then, nobody believed me. If you guys want more updates, information on this new monetary system, make sure you follow me down below. Cash is about to completely disappear in 847 days as the EU have just passed new legislation.
JP Morgan, American Express, Walmart. 3 reasons why crypto isn't going anywhere. JP Morgan now accepts crypto-backed mortgages, meaning that if you own Bitcoin, you now never have to sell it, and you can still acquire property because you can use it as your down payment and collateral, which is absolutely huge. No capital gains tax. Walmart, one of the biggest supermarkets in the entire world, is now accepting cryptocurrency through OnePay. So you can now pay for your groceries with crypto if you choose to. OnePay are going to start with Bitcoin and Ethereum first to be able to upload it to their mobile app and then utilize them for purchases in store. This is absolutely huge. American Express has partnered with Coinbase to give you a 4% cashback on all purchases in Bitcoin. The card itself will be exclusively only available for Coinbase One users, and more information about this is going to come out this fall. If you want to stay up to date with the latest crypto news, make sure you follow me. JP Morgan, American Express, Walmart. 3 reasons why crypto isn't going anywhere. JP Morgan now accepts
This is what they've been distracting us from. Wait for the end for solutions.
2025 will go down as the year where we all realized, oh, all these big corporations and the government hate the people that they say that they serve. They're not here to help us. They are here to take all of your money and assist in helping you lose all of your limbs and your teeth. You know, in Latin, the word government, right? The word govern in Latin is to restrict or control. And the word ment, M-E-N-T, is the Latin root for the word mind. So the word government in Latin literally is like restrict your mind or control your mind. It's the government.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Hashtag look it up.
Get on my call tomorrow, all about how to stand firm and fight back, because without the time, the money, the energy, the health, the resources, we're screwed. We're cooked. Drop the word class and I'll send you the link directly. This is what they've been distracting us from. Wait for the end for solutions.
2025 will go down as the year where we all realize
absolutely incredible. We've literally got thousands of people walking through central London fighting against digital IDs. We have not seen numbers like this since kind of the COVID days when we were out there fighting against lockdowns, fighting against vaccine mandates, the vaccine itself, and just ultimately saying we want freedom. This is incredible. The fact that we can all come together once again in the name of freedom, in the name of saying no, we don't want you globalist technocrats to tell us what to do, tell us where to go, and introduce a papers please culture into this country. We are Britain. We do not believe in a papers please system, and that is why we're here today on a grassroots level, pushing back, fighting back, and saying no to authoritarian control. It's absolutely incredible. We've literally got
My name is Montgomery Toms. Now, I've been fighting against global authoritarianism since I was about 14 years old when lockdown hit, and I am continuing to fight for young people specifically. I think young people are being attacked. I think authoritarianism is drip feeding its way into Western culture on a scale which we need to combat as the people. We need democracy in our country, and we can do that if we work together in pure unity. Let's do our very best to forge a future for young people that is infused with the pure essence of freedom. I stand against all the LGBTQIA madness, any form of a centralized government, may that be the UN, World Economic Forum, etc., etc. I stand against Agenda 2030, net zero policies that directly affect ordinary good people, any untested medical products or procedures where informed consent is not given to the person it is administered to, digital IDs, CBDCs, the removal of cash, any version of a social credit system, the attack on our food supply. I fundamentally stand against the Great Reset and Klaus Schwab's dystopian, screwed up agenda for Western culture and Western society as we know it, the sexualization of children within the education system. But most importantly, one thing I absolutely can't stand is any form of globalism and authoritarianism. This is just a short list of the things that I have been fighting against for the past 4 to 5 years. Welcome to my channel. My name is Montgomery Toms. Now, So recently I released a video where I took on hundreds of illegal migrants in Calais who were waiting to cross over to England. I had my back to a live railway as hundreds of migrants looked at me in disgust. That is what is now in our country, staying in our hotels, using our resources, and then eventually assimilating into our culture. I had people telling me to fuck off. I had people laughing in my face as they said they were coming to England. I had water thrown at me. I had Allahu Akbar chanted at me. I had masked, aggressive men endlessly confront me, all for asking a simple question: where are you going and why are you coming to my country? Undocumented and unvetted. It's not complicated. I've seen it for myself. I've seen the migrant camps. I've seen the amount of detritus that they leave across the beach. I have seen where the boats get pulled out into the sea, and I have also witnessed migrant camps by play parks and about 100 yards away from a school. And that is not a lie, it's all in the video. What's happening in France is their problem, but we don't have to deal with it, and we don't have to take these unvetted illegal migrants and have them or host them in our country. Funnily enough, a lot of these individuals actually came from Germany. They came from a safe country to a safe country to a safe country and thought, I know, yeah, I'm really in an unsafe space now. I need to go to Britain. Meanwhile, they have expensive trainers, they have phones, and they have designer clothes on. And by the way, yes, there were women and children, but the majority of people there were fighting age, aggressive males. No interest in actually assimilating. And worse than that, what these individuals were saying is that because apparently we colonized them for so long, that we almost deserve it. This is a legitimate quote. You came to our country for 100 years, so we're going to come and stay in your country for 1,000 years. There is a genuine orchestrated attempt to take over our country, colonize and invade us. It's not just about being an economic migrant, it's something far more sinister than that. It's about stripping us of our country, taking us over and getting revenge for, let's face it, our incredible history as Britain. I will stand with the millions of Brits that say, no more, we want to protect our sovereign nation. So recently I released a video where I took on hundreds of illegal migrants in Calais who were waiting to cross over to England. I had my back to a live railway as hundreds of migrants looked in amongst those that will soon be residents of England.
I go England, America, Africa, where I want I go.
No, not where you want you go. This is our country.
My friend, Allahu Akbar.
What was that, sorry?
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir. Takbir.
Muslim invasion, guys.
Takbir.
Muslim invasion, they're saying Allah Akbar.
Alhamdulillah! You're not saying you beach. Alhamdulillah!
Allah Akbar, that's what they're saying to us right now. That's what they're bringing to our country. We are a Christian country, we don't want the Muslim faith. You will be deported, we're not interested in your God, we're not interested in Islam.
Palestine! Inshallah! UK!
You want to come to the UK? Why the UK? What's good about the UK?
Why you want to know?
Because
you are my father,
causes many problems in the UK.
Get out of here.
You're going to come to
on my life, not your life.
No, so you're going to come to England.
Bro, you stay Africa 100 years. You stay your country 1,000 years. You can go.
Why don't you go back to the country?
What? You go another country. This country, not yours.
So you're going to come to our country and take our money.
You stay my country 100 years. I stay your country 100 years. After I go.
You're going to stay for 100 years, you say? You will all be deported. You think it's funny now? You will be deported from our country. You are going back exactly where you came from. See you soon. You say, fuck me, I'll see you in Epping. In amongst those that will soon be residents of England.
We have had an incredible U-turn. IHT impositions on small family farms has essentially been not lifted, but shifted hugely. Rachel Thieves changed the threshold from 1 million to 2 million. That means people power worked. All the hard work, all the protesting, all the grassroots initiatives, all of the lobbying, all of the writing to MPs, all of the people power that we saw in 2024 and this year coming to an end, 2025, was effective. Now I think that IHT should just be lifted altogether. I call it a death tax. I'm not the only one to call it that. But as I reiterate, something I obsess about is about accountability and justice. We have got a government that peddled these ideas, that pushed to destroy small family farms without even thinking about it. This is gross negligence. This is destructive, horrific behaviour towards those that are providing for our country. And then they just sort of backpedal, U-turn, during the festive season when everybody is busy buying presents and not really looking at the news too much. It's sneaky, it's dishonest, it's nasty, and it's a complete failure of government. But nevertheless, I'm sure there are many farmers that will sleep better knowing that their farm that could have been in the family for literally hundreds of years is going to live on and survive. So I'm not thankful to Keir Starmer and Rachel Thieves and the Labour government. This is what I just should expect from my government, protect its citizens and do the right thing. We have had an incredible U-turn. IHT impositions on small family farms has essentially been not lifted, but shifted hugely.
The thing is, they are captured. It's a cult at this point. It's obsessive. It's the constant need to drive and make things more extreme and be more controversial and make even grander statements, and now taking on Father Christmas, for goodness sake. It is, at this point, laughable. When I saw this article, when it was sent over to me, my reaction, honestly, I just burst out laughing. When I look at a man, I don't look at a black man or a white man, I look at a man. I don't identify your skin colour with your personality and who you are. And constantly asserting that on their side, looking at white people and how we've got to demonise our history, it creates that division. And it's like Morgan Freeman famously said, how do you stop racism? You just stop talking about it. The thing is, they are captured. It's a cult at this point. It's obsessive. It's the constant need to drive and make things more extreme and be more controversial and make even grander statements, and now taking on Father Christmas, for goodness sake. It is, at this point, laughable. When I saw this article, when it was sent over to me, my reaction, honestly, I just burst out laughing. When I look at a man, I don't look at a black man or a white man, I look at a man. I don't identify your skin colour with your personality and who you are. And constantly asserting that on their side, looking at white people and how we've got to demonise our history, it creates that division. And it's like Morgan Freeman famously said, how do
I don't agree with everything that everyone says, and I definitely don't agree with that part of what he just said a while ago, because you cannot demonize white people's history. Their history is their history. If it's a dark history, it's a dark history. The truth about their history is what it is. So you can't demonize something that was demonic. What is happening right now, and I'm not advocating or agreeing that it should happen, right? What is happening to some of these white-run states is that karma is reaching them, you know. Yeah, man. They send pirates to the Caribbean to conquer lands. Now it's immigrants crossing borders illegally. People say, oh, but at that time the world was different. Okay. The principle of it wasn't different. You went somewhere that was not your own. It was a time of conquest. So what happens when people from those places that you conquered decide to do the same thing to where you live and where you come from? It's karma. That's all it is. A lot of money was stolen from Africa by English. A lot of wealth is still there in England. Their whole country was built off criminality. The stabilization of their country was built off criminality. Look what happened to France recently. France was basking in its criminality. Huh? And then Burkina Faso said no. Mali said no. Niger said no more. And look at France now. France is crumbling economically. These countries have been robbing Africa blind for years upon years upon years. Years. Robbing the country blind. Pillaging its resources. Unaliving its people. Abusing its people. So, again, what you sow, karma. And in terms of racism, I know I shift my focus onto the individual, the person. But I will never forget my history. Because it would be unwise to forget your history. It would be stupid to forget your history. It would be really, really dumb. You understand? You can forgive, but you don't forget. Yeah, man. The record stands as it stands, man. But guess what? I am very happy, guys. Now my OBS is working. And I still have some stuff that I need to put in there. So I'm going to work on it. And I want to thank you guys for pulling up on your boy. The ones that did. And yeah, we're going to get back on focus in how we deliver what we deliver. Yes? God bless you all. And see you guys later, alright? Next time I come on, you know, say different. Cool? The word is love.